Hi, this is Dave Jewell from Free Run Speed. I'm here to do a shoe review, but I'm going to talk about 3 different shoes. One that I've been running in for a long time, that I did a review back a couple months ago, but I've had the shoe since February. And then a new shoe that is also in that same competition. And then a trail shoe that I got because I wanted to try it. So let's get started. Back in February, Nike launched the Epic React, and they did a preview ad. So they spent $50 million or something ridiculous like that promoting this shoe. And in one of their ads on Instagram, I broke down laughing hilariously. If you know about running shoe marketing, and if you follow running shoe marketing, Hoka has been talking about, and they even have the Hoka Marshmallow Man. So they've been talking about how their shoes are like marshmallows. And so Nike did this ad. It was on Instagram, and basically the way I read it, it said, okay, we'll do your marshmallows, and we'll add a pillow, and we'll add a spring. And they basically put all those things, a marshmallow, a pillow, a spring, a few other things on top of each other, and said, and we'll give you the Epic React. And I started laughing because I thought, that's just perfect Nike big brand marketing, saying, oh, we'll take your marshmallow and we'll give you even more. Anyway, so I had to buy it. So this is an update. I bought the shoe the day it came out. So February 20th is when the shoe launched. I want to give you an update on it because I kept running it. I did the review and then I just kept running. So this is now July 16th and I'm not yet retired this shoe because I'm still going to run in it from time to time, but I wanted to give you an update. So the first thing, I mentioned that it showed some excessive wear right away. Like within a couple runs, the wear pattern was already gone here. Nothing has changed since then. I continued to run on it, run multiple long runs, run on trails, roads all over the world. The wear pattern is the exact same. So in other words, it never got worse. So whatever got worn off right away never got worse. It stayed the same. The springiness in the foam is still there with hundreds and hundreds of miles on this shoe, and the springiness is still there. I'm just kind of tired of running in it right now, and I feel like I need a new shoe to run in. But the springiness is still there. The upper is held up. I think they really did what, I'm not necessarily saying they did what the ad said they did, but I've been talking about brands looking at Hoka for a long time. And I think it was only a matter of time before the big brands said, all right, we need to answer that max cushion, that the benefits of what Hoka is giving runners. We need to answer that, but we need to answer it in our own way. Ultra went out and basically with the Olympus and basically, I don't want to say copied, but it's a huge stack height shoe just like Hoka. Skechers has done the same thing, huge stack height shoe like Hoka. But it was a matter of time before someone like Nike or someone came out with a shoe that said, wait a second, it doesn't have to have that huge stack height. It doesn't have to have all that. We can engineer something that gives the benefit. Their marketing said, we'll take your marshmallow and add a spring to it and everything else. But I think they're onto something. I think clearly, I see this shoe everywhere. And they're definitely onto something. But Epic React, just give you an update, still feels alive. All right, I needed a new trail shoe and I wanted to try Boost on the trail. So I grabbed the Adidas Terrex Agravic, because I was interested to see what Adidas is doing today. So this was years ago on those other trail shoes. This was many years ago. So what did I get? Phenomenal bottom unit. The Boost midsole, the Continental rubber outer sole, the stability piece in the midsole, absolutely outstanding. This thing rides beautifully. Hugs the trail, grabs the rocks, sticks to the rocks. Best outsole I've run in years, hands down. The bottom unit is outstanding. The challenges that I personally had are in the upper. First off, the upper is really stiff. So where trail shoes are going today, they're not ultra stiff uppers. This one just feels too stiff. Second thing, the laces. My gosh, you're gonna build a trail shoe and put round laces that come untied on it, and they're really long. But anyway, laces come untied. But those are minor. You know, the stiff upper, the laces that come untied, they're pretty minor. The major problem that I had is the tongue has no padding in it. So I think it's a combination thing. There's absolutely no padding in the tongue. And this eyelet is too far this way and too low. So what happens is when I put the shoe on and get it tight like I want it tight, the lace comes across and cuts into my foot. Part of that is because the tongue has no padding, and part of that is because the eyelet is in the wrong place. If they move the eyelet up a little bit, I wouldn't have that problem. And if they put a padded tongue in the shoe, I wouldn't have that problem. But because the tongue is not padded and because the eyelet's in the wrong place, I have that problem. And I'm telling you, I am the best at adjusting shoe issues because my feet aren't perfect. So I'm constantly have to adjust shoes to fit my foot. So I do all kinds of things, different socks. I'll even put different insoles in there to make shoes fit differently. I could not get this shoe to work. I could not get that one piece, that eyelet and the tongue. I couldn't get that to fit my foot right. So got an issue with that. And then up here in the forefoot, again, not a major issue, but it's just a design flaw. This lace system is meant to, the whole idea is that you pull down on the lace and it pulls down on these two overlays to hug your foot into place. And for whatever reason, and I think it's a design problem, you can't pull down on that lace. It won't come tight. You cannot get it to pull tight around your foot. So, the Adidas Terrex Agravic. Great bottom unit, great underfoot, challenges in the upper. If you've got a high instep, it'll work fine for you. If you got a low instep and you've ever had a problem with laces coming across and cutting your foot, you're probably gonna avoid this shoe. Maybe you'll try it on the store and realize it doesn't work for you. I bought it online just to try it out. Still love Adidas, love the brand. Again, love the bottom unit, uppers. Okay, shoe that I just bought that I'm gonna go and use to replace this Nike Epic React. Again, I think I've been waiting for brands to come out and address the phenomenon that is Hoka. The phenomenon that is the lightweight, the responsiveness that Hoka provides, plus the protection, the overall protection. I've been waiting to see what the other brands are doing. So we got Nike Epic React. I can't say, I don't know that they had Hoka up on the list of shoes that they wanted to address, but clearly they were looking at the phenomenon and what that shoe was providing to the runner. Those shoes were providing to the runners. So they had something on their mind that the marketing team picked up and said, this is an answer to Hoka. So that said, this shoe, the New Balance Beacon, if you go out and look at shoe reviews that are out on YouTube right now, people are actually comparing this to the Clifton. And they're comparing it to the Epic React, but they're really comparing it to the Clifton. So I had to buy it to see what's up. I haven't run in it. I just put it on my foot and bought it. What I will say is they call it fresh foam, and I gotta believe that it is the same general material that they use on the 1080 or the Zante or whatever, but it's got a totally different feel to it. And the reason is that this is an injected fresh foam. And the reason I know that is because there's a skin on the outside, and the injection process leaves a skin. When they expose this much EVA, the skin actually helps the EVA stay more durable. And this one is an injected fresh foam. So it will ride very different than 1080s and Zantes and whatever else. But I can't wait to run it. And man, is this thing super light. Super, super light. It feels like, to be honest with you, when you picked up the Clifton originally, you picked it up and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how light this is. This thing feels like that. You pick it up and you look at it and it looks like it's a pretty substantial shoe. Then you pick it up and it's featherweight. So can't wait to run in that. I'll give you an update after a couple 100 miles on it. New Balance Beacon. That's my shoe talk for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment, questions, leave a message. Epic React, absolutely. If you're looking for a lot of protection, if you can find it, probably hard to get. Great. Adidas Terrex Agravic challenges. Beacon. Let's go running. Have a great run. Talk to you soon.